All right, we're gonna be going back to Ireland pretty soon here. We'll announce that later, but in preparation, we're gonna be reacting to 10 Irish slang terms Americans need right now. So you guys can see how we react. We'll see if we have some phrases that are kind of similar, and we'll just see how this sounds to us. This might sound really weird, some of them might make sense. Let's see what Diane Jennings has to say. Thank you for making this video. Hopefully it's really good. It should be.
But the phrase you can substitute them with is acting the maggot. I guess the closest American phrase you could use would be being a goof. But being a goof just isn't the same energy as acting the maggot. Acting the maggot means messing around, being disruptive, or just a bit dumb. For example, stop acting the maggot and do your homework.
Maggot definitely sounds worse than goof. I don't think a parent would say, stop being a goof and do your homework.
I think most people would just say stop messing around.
Yeah, I know in Spanish, or the regional Spanish where I grew up, they'd say stop being chiflado, which means like selfish kinda, or like, I don't know what the right like words are to describe it. It's kind of like selfish or just being annoying, like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know what the American term or phrase would be for acting the maggot.
The next phrase, well, there's two phrases really. There's sure look it and it'll be grand. Usually we use those two phrases when you're not really too sure.
I have heard people say it'll be grand here.
Unless it's used in a different context. Let's see.
I have no idea.
Somebody might say, hey, there's a possibility that a massive war worldwide is imminent. And you would say, sure look it, it'll be grand.
That sounds more like tell me about it.
I also think how I've heard it'll be grand is definitely a different way than what she's saying. I think it's more of somebody talking about going somewhere or experiencing something and saying it'll be grand.
Yeah, like it'll be a big event, it'll be a huge thing. Sure look it, the way she used it there, we could be totally misinterpreting it, but it did sound more like with her example where she said, looks like there's gonna be a war, and with everything going on, somebody would go like, tell me about it.
It's giving out. And I do think that means something else in America. Right? Like it does. It's kind of dodgy. And you would not forgive an
I would think most people here would use giving out as like, I just did a marathon, my legs are giving out, meaning I'm gonna like collapse because my legs are so tired.
American for thinking giving out means giving out something nice, like candy or promotion stuff. But giving out actually means to tell off someone.
We did kind of know this one because someone in our comments wrote it, and then somebody was like, they might not know what that means. We kind of used context clues to get what they were saying, because they said something like, oh, it's the internet, people are gonna be giving out to you no matter what. And then somebody said, hey, they're American, they're not gonna know what you mean by that. So we did kind of get a little bit of a head start on that one.
Sort of naggy in its essence. Like you might say she was giving out yards about the neighbors again.
Can you think of an equivalent for that? Gave me shit.
Told me off.
Told me off, yeah. Told me off or gave me shit, giving you shit. You guys probably say that too though.
So to say you are embarrassed, you are scarlet. Like you go red, you're scarlet. So I'd say, oh, I'm scarlet for you. Like that's shocking embarrassing. Or I went scarlet when I fell off my chair in an audition. True story. But like I said, it can be expanded upon, and you would say scarlet for your man for having you. That's just one way.
That sounds very Irish, that phrase right there. We would not say that at all. I don't even know what to compare that to.
Is this used all the time though in Ireland, or is this just like known slang but not used commonly?
It might depend on the region and how deep you are into the conversation too. How many Guinnesses you've had.
The embarrassment of what you did is so much, your mother should be embarrassed for birthing you. So you don't necessarily know the person's name, or maybe you do know their name, but you're just not arse saying it. Maybe you're so disgusted you don't want to say it. Or just like you don't care. I guess in America they'd say that dude or that lady. So you could go, you're one at the bus stop with the fake tan. That would be me.
I think she was right. You just say that guy, that dude, that girl, that chick.
Person over there.
You know, Egypt, it's a really good word.
You guys have told us that one. We're learning.
We actually saw that in a lot of gift shops there. A lot of merch with that, and we didn't know what that was at first. And then we found out what it was.
We kind of had a feeling because it was like feckin' Egypt, so.
Well, from that, but we didn't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, it definitely looks weird, but feckin' Egypt, I think you can kind of assume something idiot.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah, that one's cool.
That guy that commented total idiots on our video, he should have said total Egypt.
It's softer than idiot, and yet more emphatic than silly goose. Which
I just think it's it's like a lot more Irish than idiot. It's like your guys' own version of idiot. Egypt.
A lovable idiot, an absolute numpty. Do you know that word? It's the Irish.
We got called that, we looked it up, so we know that one now. These American numpties.
Irish phonetic take on idiot that has turned affectionate over time. You could call your loved one epithet in Egypt. By your
Can you guys add to the end of it? Like, can you say idiotic? Probably not. That sounds silly.
The next one is a very teenage kind of phrase, but they don't use it now, I don't think. It's the word shift, and we use it instead of the term kiss. You got the shift. And let me be clear, it's not salacious.
I think she said kiss.
Oh, kiss. I thought she said piss.
No.
I was like,
kiss.
what? Oh, okay, I thought she said piss. I was like, that's gonna be kind of hard if someone's like, I need to go take a shift. You're gonna think they're saying shit.
How does that even work? You tell your friend I shifted with somebody? Oh, I'm confused on that one.
It seemed like the shift is more commonly used, but she said it's not even that used. You guys are gonna have to let us know.
I know in America you guys call the bathroom, the toilet, the johns. We simply call them the jacks. Don't really know the origin of that one. Looked it up, couldn't find a reason.
I have seen the jacks thing online. That's like the more informal term. Here would be restroom, bathroom. No one says toilets really. That's like the actual thing in it.
I've heard ladies' room, gentleman's room, the bathroom, restroom. I've never heard anyone say where are the toilets.
Yeah. I think Canadians say washroom. I'm trying to think of like what's the slangiest term we have for bathroom here. It's just dirty stuff like the shitter.
Yeah.
Next is giving it socks. Yeah, socks. You're going full throttle at something, usually talking or dancing or driving a car really fast.
Giving it your all, giving it socks.
It's early 20th century Irish slang for punching something, really, to sock. But in this instance, we mean, you really gave it a push or a hit, really went for it. In America, I guess you might say you went all out.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Finally, this one will confuse everybody who is not Irish. I will, yeah, because this actually means I absolutely will not. This is early Irish sarcastic phrasing, meaning literally the opposite of what is stated.
That's kind of like how we say, like, sure thing.
Yeah.
But we don't actually mean it.
The thing about I will, yeah, is like, if somebody says it to your face, you almost can't quite call them on it. I challenge you to use one in your daily life this week.
I will, yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I had to do it. I probably actually, maybe I'll use some, I don't know.
I like Egypt.
Egypt's the coolest one. I think a lot of these would be too mean. Like we're gonna be coming to Ireland being douchebags for everybody. I'm not gonna do that.
I wouldn't use any of these phrases in Ireland because I feel like I would just say it wrong and then somebody would look at me like I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like, what?
More so than they already would be looking at us. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be using any of these unless we're like 4 Guinnesses in on the night and we say Egypt like jokingly with somebody. Maybe giving it socks. That one was kind of cool. But yeah, some cool slang there. A lot of it you could kind of translate to, some of it you couldn't.
All right, now that we watched some Irish slang, we're gonna try and guess some of it. So we have this website up and it has a few options and a word, and we're gonna try to guess what we think it is.
Does the cliff have anything to do with the word? Because that might give us a hint.
I feel like it doesn't because...
Yeah. All right, well, you guys see the first word, banjaxed. And our options are annoying, late, or broken. Banjaxed.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that video didn't help us with this one.
I feel like it's annoying or broken.
You want to go annoying?
Yeah.
It was broken. Second option. Scuttered.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool if it means drunk. I'm scuttered right now.
Yeah, you want to go with it?
Or it could be angry.
I don't know. These pictures are throwing me off. It's just like nice scenery in the background. I'm trying to guess what this is. Tired has a weirdly big option. I don't know. These all sound like they could be right. Let's go angry.
I'm gonna start saying I'm scuttered. He's a real me-feener. I probably said that wrong.
It sounds like he's a real mother effer.
I feel like it's either 1 or 3.
All right.
Oh.
Selfish. Okay, that's the first one where the second choice wasn't even right either.
Are we gonna get any right?
I hope so. Press. We know this one. Press. Here it's like the media or pressing down something, but it was cupboard. Boom. 1 for 4. I made a hames of it. I was creative with it. Sounds weird. So I think I either made the best of it or I made a mess of it.
I feel like it's the first one.
I was leaning 3. I don't even know if I can say that. Boy, cow, woman.
I feel like it's a cow.
Me too. It sounds like boar, so.
Oh my gosh. Gas. Is that funny? That was gas?
Yeah, that's kind of how like it's slangy here now, like that. Yes, we got one. This is hard, guys. It just feels like we're just throwing stuff out there. She's a header.
I feel like that's either she's brainy or she's crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Slagging.
Bunking off.
You think so? Like we've heard people call this, like we've heard people use this, but none of these answers sound like what we've been told.
I feel like it's messing or bunking off.
Bunking off also sounds like slang to us.
Yeah.
I'm leaning bunking off though. Like he's bunking off with you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess messing with you.
I feel like, aren't those kind of similar? Bunking off.
I don't even know what bunking off means. It sounds like that could be used in a dirty context too. You wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating Tatoes. Well, if someone was good looking, you probably wouldn't. I don't think it's he loves Tatoes.
I'm confused.
He's messy. I think it's he's good looking. Cause like the way the phrase works is like he's so good looking you wouldn't even kick him out of bed for eating chips and getting it all nasty.
Maybe. Okay.
Yes. Context clues. Shift. Thank you, Diane. Kiss. Boom. It came to fruition. It was useful. Yoke.
Can I get a shift? Yoke.
Thing.
I feel like it's a TV remote.
All right, let's try it. It was thing.
Oh my gosh, that can be in the category though. She's
a holy show. I think one sounds too on the nose.
But then so does number 2.
I feel like that would make more sense. I think it's 2 or 3.
Okay, 2.
All right. Dang it.
It's so confusing because it kind of means the opposite sometimes.
Yeah. Acting the maggot, that's another one we just heard. What did she say it was? Being foolish?
Yep.
Codding.
I feel like it's 1 or 2.
I'm gonna go joking. Yes. Got it, dude. It feels so good getting them because I feel like I'm just answering random answers on a test. She lamped herself? That sounds bad.
She got engaged.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nope. She fell.
She lamped herself.
Mog. That's like a meme word now for Gen Z. Fool sounds the best to me.
I have no idea.
Yes. Okay. That just sounds like something that you'd call a fool. Like total mog.
Oh.
Nice. Diane actually came in really clutch. Hopefully this means we get the last one. This is 18. We'll see our score after this. And she said it meant like a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your wand. Here it sounds like you're talking about a magician that forgot his wand.
I don't want to see the score.
50%?
Wait. Okay.
That's like us, man. I'm like me, half Irish. 50%. 50% Irish slang words.
That's better for not knowing what. There was 2 or 3 on there that we just saw. Mm-hmm. So all the others were context clues and guesses. So I think that's pretty good.
How do you think we did, guys? You think we did all right? The Irish Post, thank you for putting this on your website. We're that much closer to knowing what you guys are telling us in our comments.
All right, I think we did pretty good. I think it was pretty cool learning some of those slang terms. Definitely will be using Egypt, but I'm not just going around calling people idiots, okay? Just in a funny way.
If you're just going around calling everybody Egypts, then you'd be acting the maggot.
I'm not mean. I think Egypt's pretty cool though. Kind of sounds cool. But if you made it this far, please like and subscribe, share our videos with anyone that you think would enjoy it. It would help us out a lot. And we appreciate you for watching.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.